What's up, guys? Happy Friday. Happy Friday night. Hope everyone's had a nice week, ready for the weekend. It's not really the weekend for me. I'm working double, triple time to get caught up. I've only got 4 more people waiting, and then I'll be all caught up with my personals. So I'm excited about that. But besides that, we have a little list working for the minis tonight. So I've got a few people here on the list. How many? I've got 4 people on the list. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Ooh. Valerie, Deborah, Kim, and Joy. Those are the 4 I've got on the list. So we're going to get started. So, Valerie, are you here? Good evening, Anne. Hey, Kim, I have you on the list. Hi, Alexa. Valerie. I think I saw Valerie. Yeah, Valerie's here. Valerie, what what's your question, Valerie? Cash App only for United States residents. Cash App only. We'll refund. We'll have the person that handles the PayPal refund you. The PayPal is available for international residents. If you're in the United States, all you have to do is download the Cash App application and send it that way. It'll just take a minute. So if you want a reading, that's the way to do it. Valerie wants to know, has her Aries moved on? I hope your Aries is okay. I know that the last time I connected to that energy, there was it felt really sad. It just felt really sad and low, Valerie. So I hope that energy is not still like that. I hope it's gotten a little bit better, because that was a really tough, whatever that was, for your Aries. I'm going to use the Arcanum deck, Valerie. Thank you, Universe. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Angels, Archangels, Spirit Guides, and Ancestors. Thank you for allowing me to connect tonight, and thank you for the clear and direct messages. Thank you, Archangels, Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, Uriel. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and loved ones. Yeah, so I'm almost there. Okay, Anne, I'll get you added to the list. Thank you, ma'am. Sorry I wasn't able to get you on the other night. I'm glad you were able to make it tonight, Anne. I feel bad when I have to cut the list off, guys, but I can only go for so long doing the minis. I'm trying to keep doing the minis, but right now, like I said, I'm almost caught up on personal readings. I'll be about, probably this time tomorrow, I'll be all caught up on my personals. All I have left on that list is Rachel Marvin, Aaron M, and then Cheryl on Skype. Keep getting kicked off my Skype. I'll be back on there tomorrow, and we'll get you taken care of. So then I'll be all caught up, and I'm excited. So yeah, Joy, I think I read your name off, didn't I? I already read you off, Joy, didn't I? Didn't I read Joy off, guys? Yeah, you're on my list. I've got Valerie, Deborah, Kim, Joy, Anne. That's the list right now. So I've got 5 people on the list. Unfortunately, PayPal will, if you send it to PayPal, we'll just refund that for U.S. residents. Okay. Hey, Amy, nice to see you. You're welcome, Joy. Okay, so I'm starting with Valerie right now. Sorry about that, Val. Let me get this thing going. Yeah, guys, I was super, super behind. But I'm getting caught up. I like it. What's up with the Aries in Valerie's life? What's up with that Aries person? Has that person moved on? Where are they at? No, there's not. It's not moving on. There is no moving on. It's like the opposite of moving on. What is that? Eight of Swords. So this is no. Like if we're just literally asking, has this person moved on from this connection? No, I would say no, they haven't moved on. They may not be showing you. You may not have a lot of communication going. I don't know what your level of communication is, but this person has not moved on. This Ten of Wands, Eight of Swords, that's a very strong feeling of being sort of, overwhelmed. And, the Eight of Swords is the opposite of movement. It's like feeling very confined. So it's not necessarily a good thing. They probably would be a lot better if they did move on a little bit. I don't know what is going on here. This person, for some reason, feels kind of trapped in something. Well, the Justice card is here upright. That's the major arcana. That's a good sign. So I think, whatever's happening, it's either something that they're either reaping something that they've sown, so, even if, you don't want bad things for this person, or, you're not if you're not wishing anything negative on them, maybe they deserve this for some reason. This could be karmic. I don't know. But whatever it is, they're going through some real turmoil, and Justice is upright. So this is part of the sort of that Fortuna, that arm of Fortuna coming down, and somebody's getting what they have coming. This person has the Seven of Pentacles also. So it feels kind of like they're now, I don't know what has happened in the past, but this person, this Aries, is now in a position where they're waiting for something. I don't know if you waited for them and now they're having to do the same thing. Like, it's like karmic, whatever it is. Justice is here, so it's supposed to happen this way. And there is this energy of this person having to learn patience about something, or having to learn to sort of wait. That's what it feels like, a lot of waiting. And I don't know why it's so difficult, why there's so much constricted energy here. Remember, Justice can also refer to, is it legal? I know in the last reading I did for this person, there was a lot of good things coming. You remember, because I was wondering if it was like an inheritance, because we felt the loss, and then it was like there was a Ten of Pentacles on the way. So there's certainly that coming. There may be some delays, though. Seems to be having more thoughts of him. Okay, thought I had cut cords. Well, here's the thing. And I don't, you're going to have people tell you different things in the spiritual realm. A lot of people who say you can cut cords maybe haven't experienced one like that twin soul connection that's so intensely connected that it's kind of impossible to do that. Certainly cord cutting is not a bad idea. It's never a bad idea, but there are certain connections that I don't think it's really possible to completely disconnect, and so you probably are feeling a little bit of that. If you have that strong connection, which I think, it kind of seems like you do, just from having read for you before. Yeah, and those are the things you're going to connect to. Even if you guys haven't spoken in 5 years, when you're connected to someone to that degree, and they're going through the kind of mourning that your person was going through, I don't know if I was connecting to you or to them through you, but I immediately picked up on that mourning, right? Remember. And so it doesn't surprise me that you're feeling it. Okay, Tiara, I'll get you added to the list. Thank you. It doesn't surprise me that you're feeling that. You know what I mean? But don't second guess yourself. Just because you've cut cords and it's maybe not working completely, doesn't mean you've done anything wrong. Sometimes it's just your higher self is saying, oh, no, you can't. Sorry. Like, you may want to cut cords and you can try, and that can be setting an intention. And sure, set that intention. But certainly if you're connected to someone in a way that you believe is pretty cosmic, cutting cords doesn't really do anything. You know what I mean? Now, on the other side of that, there is a lot of power in that, declaring yourself to be unbound, right? And that freedom. There's power in that no matter what the nature of the connection is. But at the end of the day, when a connection is that energetically strong, cord cutting is only going to go so far. So don't worry if you're having that kind of where you're like, well, I thought I cut cords, but I'm still feeling this. Well, yeah, if the connection is that strong, I mean, if you are literally from like the way identical twins, the egg splits. That's what in theory, that's what a twin soul is. It's the split. Your soul splits and goes. You're separate. You're separate individuals, yes, but you're from the same core. So you can't really cut cords on something like that. There's such an intense and specific source connection there. So, I mean, in those kind of things, I don't know what I believe even at this point about that stuff, but I do understand why it would not work if you're cutting cords and you're still, naturally, you're still going to feel certain things when they're going through strong emotions. Experiencing strong emotions, you will connect to that, I think, a lot of times. So, but I do think this person is having a lot of trouble moving on from you as well. They seem to be sort of trapped. So that sort of is the other side of that coin. That makes sense to me too. You know what I mean? So I don't necessarily, I'm not surprised by that. You know what I mean? It kind of is, they're both confirming, each one is confirming the other, Valerie. So just know that that's what's going on. And be okay with it. Be okay with it. Okay, next, thank you, Valerie. Good luck with your Aries. So the answer is no. Your Aries does not seem to be moving on. Your Aries is going through that sadness, but it's also weighing them down a lot. So hopefully that's going to shift really quick. Justice says that they're kind of going through some things that they need to go through, though. So just be, okay. So $20 for a question, guys. $20 for a question. If you want me to pull the extra Oracle card at the end, it's $25. But the $20 is the minimum love offering to ask a question. And right now I'm moving on to Deborah. What's up, Deborah? How you doing? Good luck, Valerie. Yeah, just keep your head up, keep it moving. You're doing good. You're doing way better than you think you are if you're in that kind of a journey, trust me. You're welcome, Tracy. Is Deborah here? If not, we'll go ahead and move on to Kim. What's up, Kim? What's your question? Oh, Deborah's here. What's your question, Deb? Sorry about that. Okay, we're going to skip Debbie and move on to Kim. What's your question, Kim? Kim, what's your question? You did a mini read for me about someone coming into my life. I think he has. Congratulations. Capricorn. Okay. Is this relationship the one that we talked about in her last reading that she's identifying? And what is going on? Where's it headed? So this relationship definitely could be something really special. A lot of that is about, see, here's the thing. Just like when it comes down to those most intense connections, you have very little say at this point in time. In most others, where it's a soulmate and something strong, you do have a lot of say. And, you know, your intention and what you speak has a lot of say in what's going to happen. And so keep that in mind. With the Eight of Pentacles here, I think it's going to be, can I do? No, we're just doing Cash App. U.S. Citizens Cash App tonight, guys. So with the Eight of Pentacles here, what I would suggest is understand that this relationship is going to require you to put in a lot of work. It's not necessarily going to always be easy, but what relationship is easy that's worth having, right? I mean, it may be easy for a time, but usually even the best, most exciting relationships, you're going to have to eventually hunker down and put the work in. And if both people aren't really on board, there's really no point. You just got to move and go your own ways. You do have the Nine of Swords, which does indicate that this relationship is going to be more of a mentally challenging relationship than maybe others in the past, but that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It just means that, you know, this relationship is going to challenge you, and it could be the source of a lot of anxiety if you're not careful. But there's also certain messages within that, and so just kind of be aware of that. But also know that if you choose, there is victory in this connection. You've got the Lovers card here. That's Gemini energy, which it's not good or bad. The Lovers and the Gemini, that twin energy, is about like how there are two sides to every coin. There's choices between this or that. And sometimes it's about, you know, you deciding, is this what I want? So just know that that could be the case. But you've also got the Six of Wands here, which is really a great card. And it suggests that if you're willing to put in the effort, you're probably going to see that matched in the other person. And there can be a real, you know, feeling of success in the relationship. And, you know, also with the Six of Wands, it can be a card that represents something going through many cycles and taking a little bit of time before it comes out the way you want it. So yes, like a card of success and of ultimately finding happiness together, but it also can let you know that it may not be so easy. It's going to be turbulent at times, but I think very passionate as well. So I definitely think this is going to be one of those relationships that, yeah, if nothing else, it would be a soul connection, because a soul connection, whether karmic or true love, whatever, that's a soul connection, no matter which way you slice it. And so there feels like a lot of karmic energy here. So there's a lot of lessons to learn in this connection. So you could identify it technically as a karmic soulmate, or you could just identify it as a soulmate who you're meant to be with, because it really ultimately is up to two people who decide what they want it to be. And the lessons that are learned here and the struggles and all that stuff can be good things too, not just bad things. They can be good things with good outcomes. But be aware that this card is here. I mean, I'm not going to ignore it. So you just need to know that, yeah, well, that's the question, isn't it? A reason, a season, or a lifetime. I think that the potential is here for it to be any of those three. And it's ultimately going to be for you both to decide how you respond to this energy and how the other person responds, or what energy they have there. The lovers here. But ultimately, this was the outcome card. So this is a really good card. So I would say, if you're both willing to meet each other halfway, it looks like a great energy for a long time, a season to a lifetime. But this isn't going to be easy. That's one thing that I can say for sure. This is going to be a challenging relationship. Challenging in the sense that it's going to make you question a lot of the things you thought you already knew or believed, your own belief system. And so be aware of that. Oh, I'm sorry, Tracy. So be aware of that, and just know that it's going to require you to, take a stand for the things that you really hold true, and then also adjust your belief system to sort of new things that you experience. But the one thing I would say is, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, whatever it is, whether it's a short term and doesn't last very long, or a lifelong relationship. Those things are just like, God, we get so caught up in this physical thing. Really, a day and 20 years, there's not that much difference when you get outside of the physical. Like, it really doesn't matter, does it, if someone comes into your life for a moment or for a lifetime, because ultimately they still have the same amount of value and impact on your soul. And that's what it's really about. These are soul questions. And so I understand why we wonder those things. And I feel that same way too. I'm not saying I'm any different. I get it, right? But it's still, ultimately, those really are like illusional thinking, right? That's not what's real. What's real and what matters. I think actually I'm going to close the list where we're at, guys. So maybe tomorrow, Tracy, if I have room on the list, if you're available tomorrow, if I come back on. But I'm pretty full up right now, so I'm just going to kind of go with where we're at. So I don't think it was meant to be tonight. Okay. Joy, 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 joy. Oops, I mean joy, 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 joy. Sorry, Tracy. You wouldn't want to get a reading if I'm already... yeah, I'm sorry. You wouldn't want to get a reading if you're at the bottom of a list where I'm already realizing I'm going to be tired anyway, because it wouldn't be a great reading, That's why I don't... When people say, please, can I send it in now? I just say, well, maybe tomorrow night, because it's not going to do me or the other person any good for me to, keep going after a certain amount of people, because it's not fair to give a half-hearted reading. I like it to be on point. That's why if it takes a long time to get a reading, I'd rather that than to give you a not so good reading. Thank you, Tracy. I heard you. Heard you the first time, but thank you. I'm explaining to everyone, not just you. Joy. I hear you, Joy. I hear you. Let's see. Let's see. It could be, maybe it'll be this weekend. What are you doing? Make sure you're ringing those bells. Make sure you're ringing those bells. All right. No, I don't want to use this deck. Where did I put? Okay. Get ready. Yeah, okay, so what's going on right now, just so you're aware, so you have an actual understanding of why you kind of find yourself in the situation that maybe, it's not that maybe you're frustrated, but you're kind of like wondering. The Temperance card says a lot. So Temperance, there's things that I really believe this. Listen, there is somebody perfect for everyone, guys. There is someone perfect. I was actually sorry, I have to interrupt. Kim, I was actually thinking of the song "Ring Them Bells," the show tune song that Liza Minnelli does. "Ring Them Bells." Maybe you don't know that one, but it's a cute song. Look it up. It's like a story. It's a cute story. Look it up on YouTube. Liza Minnelli, "Ring Them Bells." Cute little story. Okay, so yeah, so what I think, Joy, you've got the Temperance card, which is a major arcana, and it has to do with energies being balanced out. So I really believe there's someone perfect for everyone, that we all have our perfect mirror or our perfect partner, and they're probably coming in a not so perfect person, because I'm not perfect, but you do have someone who just fits for you perfectly, who you just kind of have an easy connection with, kind of an easy rapport, and it will flow very naturally. That's what I feel like you're being prepared for when you see this Temperance card. It also, because it's a major arcana, it's also talking a lot about how wherever you're at in life is where you're supposed to be. I don't know what the sadness is about. The Five of Cups here does talk a little bit. It always is about perception, but there is some kind of sadness. There's like it's like you have to choose. Okay, the Five of Cups is like you've got a choice in front of you, and it can represent some seasonal depression when it comes out right now, because we're in the dead of winter right now in February, and so it may be as simple as that. But you're coming out as the Queen of Cups through this, so it's going to work itself out. I don't know what the three cups spilled represent, but it's not so much about the cups that are spilled. It's about the person and how they're reacting, because there are still, remember, those two cups standing are like, the pinnacle of good stuff and happiness and opportunity and whatever else. So it's always good to focus it up to that. Just sad I'm by myself at 52. 52 is young, first of all. 52 is young. And I understand, like, it's sad to be by yourself at any point in time if you don't want to be by yourself. Right? But, I know for me, I would rather be single than with just anybody. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be with you just because I'm lonely and bored. I would rather be single until I'm with the right person that I want to be with than just chilling with anybody. I mean, because, you know what I mean? You don't need another person up in your business unless they really make you happy. So this is good. Things are working out. The Temperance card, like I said, it's not only a major arcana and it represents sort of energies being balanced out. It also, oh, I'm not 52. I'm 42. I'm just saying she's 52. But yeah, 52 is not a life over. Exactly. And the thing is, it's never easy to be alone, but it's never, I don't think, I don't care if I'm 82. I don't think I would want to be with someone out of fear of dying alone. If it's not the right person, it's not the right person. So keep that perspective, because you don't want to get stuck. I don't know what this is saying. Whatever things didn't work out, there's something really good that will work out, but you can't really welcome that in or even sort of manifest that unless you're focused on the good stuff. So just stay focused on the good stuff. Queen of Cups, I think you're going to be really happy and feel really fulfilled. You may even have, there's like a family in the future is what that feels like. A small family, a spouse or significant other, either children or maybe pets that are children. I know my dog is like my child, so I can certainly see people having a dog child or whatever, but there's a future there, and you can't get happy about the future without sort of envisioning it, but you can't even have the future without envisioning it and sort of seeing its way through, like letting it sort of, that's how you welcome it in, is by envisioning it. Hey, Joni, nice to see you. That's how you welcome it in, is by envisioning it, right? And that's what sort of does it. It's like that's the co-creation we do with Source. So remember that when you start to get down, by getting down and depressed. Malia, nice to see you. By getting down and depressed. And God, Malia, Joni, and Rebecca all came in at once. Fabulous. Love you guys. So that's, what was I saying? So yeah, Joy, that's the thing. You can't welcome people in. You can't create that happy life. You can't create that partner, you know, or create the space for that partner if you're not already sort of in that place, right? If you're in that Five of Cups energy that's sort of sad and looking at the glass is half full, you're just going to kind of keep, pushing it away. You know what I mean? If you want to send it through Cash App, guys, only through Cash App. Cash App, nothing else. I'm not taking anything but Cash App. You can send it through Cash App, and I will try to get you. But I'm going to be back tomorrow night. I've got like, how many do I have left, guys? I've got 3 of you left on the list right now. Yeah, so I've got like 3 people left. So exactly. Yeah, Debbie's next. Oh, hold on. I've got to do Joy's angel card. Didn't you do an angel card? Joy? I think so. There it is. Hold on. Faith. Archangel Raziel, faith. So there you go, Joy. I mean, it's about having faith. And, you know, this is pretty clear. This card is, I mean, you really didn't even need this card, but I think it certainly came out for a reason. Maybe you did need the reminder. The more you can embrace the faith, right, the belief in what you're desiring coming in, the more it's going to help it come in. Melinda, you can, I'm not close. You can send if you want to get on the list, Melinda, you're welcome to. If you can send it through Cash App, you can get on the list. But we're not doing any exceptions. Sorry, we've had a long go around, not before you got here, trying to figure out how to get. Yeah, Super Chat takes, I only get about 60% of that. And so I don't even like to, and I get it once a month. Like whatever you send today, I won't get that until the 21st of next month. So it's just sort of not, there's not a lot of motivation for me to do that. You know what I mean? Especially if the list is already long. So that's what it is, Tracy. Yeah. So, I mean, it's not, I mean, I'm not trying to like be picky or mean. It's just kind of like, ugh, I don't really feel, you know what I mean? Like, no, I don't really want to do that. But, Raziel, faith. I think that's such a big thing, Joy, because to me, when I looked at your cards, the Five of Cups, I felt a lot of, even though the Five of Cups was about sadness and, okay, Melinda, even though the Five of Cups was about sadness, Joy, and choosing the right, you know, whatever perspective, I think it's also about faith because, like I said, you can't really bring in that situational change that you want. You're desiring it, right? You're desiring a change in your circumstances. But you can't manifest that change unless you start to live it. So you've got to start to live with the space with a partner in your life and live with the forward thinking that you're, you know, planning a family and all those things. And that does require faith. And Archangel Raziel can assist you with that. So I like it. And also, bottom of the deck is another Raziel card, which is retreat. So just be aware, Joy, that the energy of retreat, it may be time for you to take a little step backwards and go within a little bit. Don't be afraid to sort of close yourself off. I've had to do that a little recently, just kind of pull back from everyone, literally everyone. We had a Valentine's Day dinner with my family last Friday night. Like my whole extended family, we got together and had dinner and dessert together for Valentine's Day. You know, we just all wanted, you know, we all spent the evening together and it was really nice. But I had to explain to a lot of family members why I haven't been in touch lately. So if you're a friend of mine and you get your feelings hurt because I don't keep in good touch, think how my family feels. I haven't even been keeping in good touch with my own family, and I normally do. But I had to explain, like, I just have been kind of in my own little place. I've been in Jason world in my own little place, and I'm not reaching out much. And but yeah, it's just sometimes you have to do that, guys. It's okay. You don't have to apologize. But that retreat is saying that's going to help you to realign and to get connected to your guides and your angels and your energy. And so do that for you. And, you know, if anybody needs you, they know where to find you. But don't be afraid to do that, Joy, if that's what you need to do to realign your energy. Okay? And Anne is next. That's part of this transition, Jason. Yeah, definitely. What does Spirit want me to know about what I can expect in the area of love relationship? Okay, let's see. You're welcome, Joy. Good luck. Good luck. Shift the energy. And just remember, while you're busy, I want to say one more thing about this, Joy. While you're busy, you know, sort of believing and sort of setting the intention and the belief, Spirit is taking care of you. You know, Source says that you've got that temperance card. Those energies being balanced out. So just remember, while you're doing your part, things are being done in the background for you. So that's really nice. That's encouraging. What guidance do you have for Anne regarding love and relationships? Okay, so definitely like Anne, good things are coming. Definitely the word good is coming through for you. Okay. Okay. I think you may be a little bit moving slowly toward some kind of union with someone or reunion or whatever coming in, because you're in the process of really your energy is being refocused in a different way. You're breaking away. Whatever this devil energy here, the devil, that sort of Capricorn energy of, see, here's the thing. The devil is the card of Capricorn, but it's also a sucky energy, just generally speaking, right? So we're talking about two different things at once, but it's kind of like they're coming out for me as the same thing when it comes to your reading. It's not so much sucky energy, but it is a need to break away from a all or nothing mentality because it's Capricorn energy. So it's not so much that toxic devil, like flesh versus spirit energy that you're being reminded of. You're being reminded about not being too, what's the word? Too uncompromising, okay? Oh, he has a sucky energy. Well, don't get too mired down by that. This is really about you, and it's certainly, there's that message there, obviously, if you're getting it like that. But, you know, I love you, Anne. You're so funny. But no, hear this, though. There's an energy that you're being called to break away from, this uncompromising, unyielding energy, where if it's not the way I thought it was, it can't be at all. Right. That's not what's up. You're being really called here to break into this freedom. You know, the Nine of Pentacles is about making yourself happy first and foremost. Like, you're not going to go for what anybody else wants for you. You're not going to take anyone else's, you're not going to settle for anyone else's idea of what is right for you. This is only settling for what will make you happy. And you've got two majors coming out. The Hanged Man and the Lovers. So, okay. Yeah, you're going to get your chance, right? But I don't know how to even put that into words. You know, it's so easy to get frustrated when you're not getting what you want, right? I think that's part of the human condition. We're meant to be a little bit dissatisfied, right? That's part of what keeps us going as humans, right? We stay slightly dissatisfied and we're always wanting what we don't have. But you're being called here to recognize that this time of sort of not making a lot of movement is bringing you a lot of clarity. A lot of abundance is coming in as the result of that. You're breaking away from that all or nothing mentality. And that's what's going to give you this thing that you really want in love and in relationship, is just kind of being very patient, very calm. If you can not only be patient and calm, but really actually embrace and enjoy the where you're at right now, that's going to bring this about even all the more quickly. I've gotten this energy for myself at times, and I'm getting it for you, and I've gotten it for a few others. Sometimes I want to tell people to actually try to enjoy where they're at, because even though you think, oh my God, I can't wait for this thing to be better and to be back in this situation with whatever, once you are in that situation, yeah, it'll be great. But you might actually miss where you are now because there is something to be said for not having to answer to anyone, for not having, and you know, the grass, it's kind of that grass is always greener on the other side. Remember in The Little Mermaid, the little crab, Sebastian? He says, the seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake. That's kind of what this is. It's like you're wanting to move quickly into this other energy, but oh, sweetie, I can like see into the future when you're going to be looking back on right now and wishing you had appreciated right now more. So really appreciate where you're at right now. There's a lot of good things going on in your life right now. And this is like an opportunity, I feel like, with this Nine of Pentacles that you're not going to have forever. This is an opportunity to give yourself the things that you want. Okay, and there's something to be said for this. That's not, this opportunity is fleeting. This is a fleeting opportunity. So I do see a lot of reunion coming with that. I don't know. It's not a Capricorn energy though, so that could just mean it could be the same person. They're just not showing as a Capricorn. But yeah, there's a lot of good things coming, and enjoy where you're at right now, and really appreciate the options you have, right, and the choices you have, and the ability to sort of decide for you what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Beautiful reading, beautiful, beautiful. Is Tiara here? I think we have Tiara up next. Most welcome, man. Have a great weekend. Tiara, and then who else? I think it's just Tiara and Melinda. I'm so sad I missed. Oh, Debbie, I forgot about you, Debbie. I'm sorry. See, that's what happens when you get skipped, Debbie. Okay, so we're gonna do Debbie next, and then we'll come back to Tiara. Go ahead, Debbie. Peggy, I'm so sad I missed your IT. I don't know what you mean, Peggy. Where am I? Okay, we'll do Tiara and then Debbie. Okay, Jan. Where did my twin soulmate? Another connection. Okay. And then we'll do yours next, Debbie. It's okay. You're all good. It's all good. It's so good. Okay. Wow. You guys like my hair today? Oh my God. Okay. Okay. What's going on with Tiara's person? What his current feelings? Wow. So you guys have a strong connection. The person, but you know, the Knight of the Knight of Swords is like that energy of someone watching you, like keeping tabs on you, watching you to see what you're doing. It can be like social media stalking, or it can be real life stalking, or it can just be somebody wanting to know, like really curious and wanting to know what's going on in your life, you know? And then the Hierophant, that's Taurus energy, and the Hierophant really is a confirmation about this connection. The connection is going wonderful places as long as you do the allowing and the trusting. Don't push it. Don't push it too hard. Just let things unfold like they are meant to unfold, right? If you can just do the allowing, things are going to be good. You know, the Hierophant, it's kind of, I mean, me personally, it's the Magician that sort of goes alongside the High Priestess as the masculine, feminine, but certainly the Hierophant does fit that as well as sort of more the counterpart of the High Priestess in the major. This is an energy, though, that's sort of traditional. It's saying like, okay, everything that happens, there's like these little points along your timeline, and sure, within everything there's choice, and you can go through door 1, 2, or 3, and then depending on which door you go through, then there's another 3 doors to choose from. So there's 3 doors, and then there's 9 doors, and then there's, you know what I'm saying? So that's life, right? But it all does still fall within a trajectory from point A to point Z that you knew. The belief is that all of those choices and all of those possibilities from A to Z fall within a trajectory that you plotted out from the beginning. No matter what happened, it would all still fall within these certain realms of possibility. So I do think that that's what this is about. It's like saying, yeah, this is your you called them your twin soul. This is your counterpart, right? This is the person that you know, whether you go your separate directions right now and perhaps don't come back into each other's life until you're 90 or never. You could never come back into each other's lives. That's possible too, if you choose not to, right? And you know, we can all die tomorrow. You don't know, but the point is, it all was happened the way it was. That's why you came into each other's lives in the first place. And so, while knowing that there is a good outcome, because you've got this person showing up as the Knight of Cups, also sort of as an outcome card, but the Strength card is behind that. So there's a lot of need for like, someone's not in alignment here. Whether it's you or him, always in these energetic connections, one person's way more spiritually evolved than the other. One's more practical, right? Now, you both obviously can get caught up in the moment, right? You're going to have that connection. You have that connection. There's the potential for the air to get there, right? But in that connection, one of you is going to tend to be much more spiritually oriented and the other much more practically oriented. And then have your little shades of both of those. So there's a need for balance within that. There's not a lot of balance going on here, and that's the problem. So Kim sees gray in the connection. I see a lack of faith on your side and a lack of heart-spaced energy on the other person's side. So it's like one person's way up in their head space about things and the other person's in their heart space, but they don't have a lot of faith. They're having trouble with their faith, their belief. So the good news is this Knight of Cups. So that Page of Swords is becoming the Knight of Cups. That's a progression. It's not the most, you know, it's not the most. It's not where you want the energy to be from your, potentially your life partner, but it's a progression, and it's definitely better than being in that, moving from that Swords energy into the Cups. I like that because that's heart space energy, and that person is not in their heart space much right now. So you're moving, you guys are moving in the right direction, and that feels good. That's important, okay? I also feel like what's on the horizon is them declaring something. It may not be about love specifically, but it's around the topic of love. So they may not be coming in and proposing marriage and saying, I love you, baby, blah, 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 blah. But there's something to do with love here, or commitment, and some kind of resistance that's falling away, whether it was, I don't know. It feels like someone who was not available in certain ways is now becoming much more emotionally available. That's the transition that I see with the Knight of Cups. So that's good. The Taurus energy with the Hierophant that's really good here, that I think you should look forward to in this relationship, Tiara, is although Taurus can be a very stubborn energy at times, it's also a very devoted energy, a very loyal energy. And I like that. And I think that's a big selling point for this connection, is you both seem to have that you share, a stubborn loyalness. That's a stubbornness and loyalty, though, that roots it. That's really good. So I think that's really good. She sees white puffy clouds, guys. So good luck with that, and I wish you the best, Tiara. Okay, next we will do Debbie, who wanted to know about the Gemini or what. Can I actually have someone who's available coming in? Tell me if someone who is actually available and ready will come in, or will my Gemini be free? Well, let's see. Yeah, that Gemini energy can be tough. You know, I've got strong Gemini in my chart, so I can be a little bit annoying when I'm in a relationship. But Geminis can be that way, you know, because a Gemini can get very excited and very gung-ho about something, or a relationship, or you, or the two of you one day, and then the next day just kind of be like, you know, and that's not really their fault. That's that Gemini energy, because it's two personalities. And when one personality can be all about it, the next personality can be like, I don't want this. So it can be very confusing. The best thing to do with a Gemini is to let them come to you when they want to. You know what I mean? Just let them figure out what they want. If they want to, who knows? Maybe they don't. Like, let them get to the root and the heart of the matter and figure out what they want, you know? And so if that's what your Gemini wants, good on you, right? If not, you know, you just kind of have to let it go. But let's see what the cards say. You're welcome, Tiara. Thank you. Ooh, yeah. Well, here's the thing. You've got the Ten of Swords and the Magician. So that side, whatever's going on with that gem for you is coming to an end. Like there is an ending and it's a hard ending and you have to accept that. Whatever is not the case right now, it's okay to let it end because you guys aren't building right now anyway. Three of Pentacles in reverse, Ten of Swords. That's a lot of no building energy. So you do have the Magician also that's saying you can manifest something new if you want to, but I think what you want is a Gemini. I mean, it's that elusive energy, and that person does love you a lot. So just be aware there is a lot of love here, but that person's got to mature. They've got to grow from the Page into the King of Pentacles. They're Page of Cups and they need to grow King of Pentacles. Neither one is real strong air energy, which is what they lead with apparently. But with you in this Magician energy, this is Virgo and Gemini. I love this Magician card. It's a special card to me because I have strong Virgo and Gemini in my chart. And I relate to that manifesting energy. The combination of a Virgo and a Gemini into the two signs is the Magician. It's an ability to create from ideas. And so that's exciting. It's an ability to really divide and conquer, to go out and get things, right? And so that's interesting. Interesting there too. That's sort of a confirmation. But more than anything, what the confirmation is for you. That's a masculine energy, Deb, and it's sort of about you being able to manifest the energy into your life that will welcome in whatever it is you deserve or need at this time. If you're not in the mood to wait for that Gemini, you have the right to decide you want to manifest yourself into a situation that welcomes a new energy, right? And so start visualizing that. But the Magician is all about having the ability to bring in what you want, but also making sure to be aware of what it is you want before you do that. Like, don't sell yourself short. You've got the ability to have pretty much whatever you want. And so you don't want to, with the Magician, so you don't want to just say, okay, well, I choose to wait and I'm going to bring him in sooner. Or, okay, well, I choose to move on from him and never bring him back in. I'm going to move on to something new. Fine, there might be a happy middle ground in there that allows you to have everything you want. Who knows? But if anyone can do it, it's the Magician. But there is an end right now. Three of Pentacles in reverse and the Ten of Swords in reverse. There's a lot of energy of things not working out. Yeah, Anne, I know. Okay, so you've got the Archangel Gabriel card, which is benediction, and the Archangel Jophiel card of meditation. So I think this is a pretty straightforward card, Deb. I'm getting the energy that you must not be doing a lot of the rituals that you need to be doing. Like you need to be really committing to your meditations and your prayers and benedictions. Part of the problem isn't, Spirit's kind of laid it out for you on a platter, but just said, you can't have this until you learn how to do it. But you're not doing it. You've got it's all here for you. Just do it. That's what I'm getting. What are you not doing? Are you not meditating as much as you used to or should? Because this is all saying if you just do these things, it's here. Just do it. It's right here. All you have to do is pick A, B, or C. It's all right here for you. So that's really good news. Jophiel, meditation. Gabriel, benediction. You don't know how. Yes, you do. This is the thing. You do know how. You do know how. Everyone knows how to do this because it's our natural state of our soul. So you do know how. You just have to practice it. I would do some guided meditations. Play a guided meditation. Go into like a walk-in closet where it's dark and put in your earphones and play a guided meditation for relaxation or for manifestation. Look up guided meditation for manifestation. Find one that's like 20, 25 minutes long, whatever time you have, and go do it. Start doing it every day. This is going to help you. Do it. I'm telling you. Yes, Kim, exactly. She just needs to ground and grow because the energy I felt when I saw those two cards was like, it's going to be easy for her. She just has to put in a little bit more effort and it's all going to happen. So good stuff, Debbie. I really like that. I wish I could feel that for myself sometimes because, you always eventually run into a stumbling block, but do it. I agree, Miss Rebecca White. Do it. Consider it done. All right. Melinda. Where is Melinda? Where is Melinda? Where is Melinda? Ooh, yeah, I like that, Debbie. I like it. I only saw Star Wars once. The latest Star Wars. I saw it once with my brother before Christmas. I think I really liked it, but it is kind of weird. I didn't want to go see it a second time. Multiple hearts. Where's Melinda? Melinda, did you fall asleep? So, Melinda, I'm just going to go ahead and pull these for you. You've got the Two of Cups coming out, but it is in reverse. So there's some, and the Ten of Cups behind that. So there's some kind of a delay in a really nice situation fulfilling. But you've got the Ace of Pentacles here and the High Priestess. Well, dear, my DM blew up. Said you wish you never met me. And never wanted to see me again. Did you really mean all that? No, 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 no. Well, you know that, here's the thing. I hear you. Like, Melinda, I see you. I feel you. I think that's part of the experience when you're that close to somebody, and it's that, sometimes it's like annoying feeling that close to somebody, right? You kind of want to go, and yeah, I get it. I've experienced that type of feeling for that person, and I've gotten that kind of energy from that person. Like, it's tough, The thing is, I don't think, and maybe he meant it in the moment. I think the anger maybe could have made him mean it in the moment. But this is such a strong connection, and the thing to remember is, it's okay to go your separate ways with that person, because twin souls, was it Twin Flame Revolution? They were talking about how even in separation, if you know someone's like a twin soul, and I kind of know I have a twin soul even when I don't want to know it because of the confirmations that I get, but you could be on opposite ends of the earth, and you're still like lightning rods that connect. That energy connects, and it affects the world around you both in a positive way. And so it doesn't matter. Okay, he can wish he never met you. Maybe he means it, maybe he doesn't. But obviously, you don't mean that when that person is such a part of you, right? That you can't hate them, right? You can't even, you want to maybe sometimes, but you can't. But you've got the High Priestess here. You're being called to really keep anchoring that light where you're at, and keep sort of doing your work, because you've got a new beginning coming in, and it is all leading to this. That's in reverse, but behind that's the 10, the 10, good soulmate energy here. There is a new beginning here. This is a gift of the universe. It's got something to do with balancing things. You're being called to really do some work on your own life. I'm not sure if this is financial or if it is about people in your life that take advantage or maybe drain your energy. I get the sense you've got someone or someones in your life, not your divine counterpart, but someone else, or many people maybe in the workplace. Your energy gets drained by people, and that's coming through with these hands out. I don't know what that's about. Sometimes that happens to us and we don't even realize it. That's why I had to kind of shut myself off from everyone, including my own family. Not because anyone is like trying to hurt me. No, they love me. Friends, family, they all love me. I love them. But sometimes your energy gets drained, whether someone else means to drain it or whether you mean to let someone else. So you have to kind of circle your own wagon and protect yourself. And there's something about energy drains for you that's coming through. Now, I'm not saying that if your energy wasn't being drained, that you and your divine counterpart would be, wherever we go, whatever we do, we're gonna get through it together. I'm not saying you guys would be like that. Probably not right now. I mean, it takes a lot of healing to get to that place, to stay in that place on a regular basis, right? Not to get there, because I know as twin souls, we've all gotten there with our twin soul, where we've experienced that sort of camaraderie, that feeling at times for certain periods of time. But to have that be a consistent thought process, or, there's healing that has to take place. But you've got for yourself, as you protect your energy, there's a nice new beginning coming in, and it does have to do with not just financial but material things really sort of becoming solidified for you. And that is actually laying the groundwork for a beautiful relationship, whatever the case. So just be aware of that. I know, it's crazy. Sorry. Anyway, guys, I know I'm silly, but it is what it is, what it is. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope you guys have oh, I've got one more to do. Is Jan here? Thank you, Jan. It's an amazing job. I'm starting. Oh, cool. Congratulations. Okay. Awesome. Congratulations. I know. Rebecca, you know I always forget when I'm about to go. Oh, there's one more. You're welcome, Ann. Thank you for being here. You know, be careful because this is a great opportunity. I definitely can see that with the Wheel of Fortune here. That's a great opportunity. And, oh my God, Melinda, I'm glad you mentioned that. I did forget that. I forgot all about that. Let me put you on and I only have 4 people to do and be caught up this weekend. So let me add you to that list, Melinda. Okay, I have 5 to do. It'll be done this weekend, Melinda. Thank you for reminding me. Because I'm finally caught up almost. So what I do see is you don't want to be, this is for Jan, the Wheel of Fortune here is a really great energy. I feel like it may be this job, or this job may just be a reflection of the entire, your circumstances. There's big new things coming, okay? So just be aware of that. And then with the 7 of Wands, there might be some resistance here to change. For some reason, you may have a little bit of resistance to change. You've got this devil energy here in the past, and this has to do with, it could be addictions of some kind. I don't know why that's coming through right now, but it could be some sort of addictions. It could be like an addiction to, and listen, it may not be a substance. This feels like more like a certain behavior, addictive behaviors, okay? It feels maybe like a dysfunctional relationship of some kind, going back for more, going back for more, going back for more. What's that about? Someone who you are allowing to not honor you. Whatever this is, you're breaking away from that, but there's someone new coming into your life you're a little resistant toward, possibly because they may value you too much. Sometimes if we don't value ourselves, when somebody loves us truly, it kind of freaks us out because we don't think we're worthy of love. So that's another thing to look out for. You do have the 5 of Pentacles, though, which to me suggests you're pushing yourself out into, she said, oh snap. Yeah, there's this energy where you're pushing yourself out. You're like making yourself, it's like, you know how a mother bird, they'll say like she pushes the babies out of the nest when it's time for them to learn how to fly. I kind of feel like you're doing that to yourself. I don't know what that's about. It's like you're pushing yourself out of the nest. Like you're pushing yourself away from something. But it's the right thing to do. You need to move away from whatever that negativity is in order to sort of, I don't think it's the job though. This is something else. This is something deeper than that. The job feels great. But like I said, it feels like that's just a reflection of all the great things going on right now. You've got this major healing happening with the 4 of Swords. It's all good. Don't be afraid to push yourself, because what you push yourself into, yes, it might feel like the 5 of Pentacles at first, but look what it moves you toward. The Magician, major manifestation, major, you've got the tools at your table, at your disposal. Do what you will, make it happen. This is good energy, okay? Good stuff. Well, I think you are going to be challenged because anytime you've got so much change and healing along with it that it's shifting you into a new cycle, major arcana, it is going to be a little bit scary, but it's going to all be good. You're coming out of this Queen of Cups also, and that's, again, an energy of someone who's starting a family or starting a new relationship. It could be all of those things at once. So all of this feels really good. It doesn't feel bad at all. It feels really good. Anyway, I wish you the best, and I think the biggest thing to do is to remember this card suggests the power is at your disposal to do what you want with it. So the new job's going to go really well. A challenge, yes, but a great challenge. Okay, so positivity. Guys, I wish you a lovely Friday night. I will be back on tomorrow night, and I'm going to be putting some generals up once I get caught up on my personal readings tomorrow. So we're going to get, I think I've got Pisces. I'm going to try to get Pisces, Aries, and Taurus up tomorrow, okay? I'll see you guys later. Have a great night. Love you guys.